Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back to Coffee and Crypto. I'm Dick. I'm your host for today, filling in for Mr. Cameron, who's the usual host of Coffee and Crypto. But yeah, I put out a post on X earlier saying if I get 15 likes in under 15 minutes, we will do a Coffee and Crypto stream, and within like 3 minutes there was over 15 likes, so there must be a bit of a demand for Coffee and Crypto to come back. I know we get messages sometimes from people asking for it to come back, so can't get this to there we go. Yeah, but I'd say the reason for the lack of Coffee and Crypto is that during summer months there's nothing going on. There's no news, there's no price action unless it's gone down, which nobody likes that. There's no news, no price action, but also people don't tune in. The views on everything crypto related in summer is just non-existent, basically. There's content that we make in summer and it just doesn't get any reach. There's no views on it. It's not worth the time. So yeah, any time that we do spend, we spend it with members in CC Pro. But even at that, a lot of people in CC Pro, they go away on holiday, they stop looking at the charts for a few months. So yeah, that's summer. That is how it goes in summer. It is what it is. But the good news is, kinda good news, kinda not, is that summer's almost over. And if you're in the UK, there hasn't even been a summer, to be honest. It's been shambolic, horrific, terrible. The cloud seeding that's going on, it's crazy. It's just been cloudy the full summer in the UK. And I remember a friend of mine told me like 10, 15 years ago, my friend Dino Reed, he was a conspiracy theorist back in the day, and he would tell me about cloud seeding and chemtrails, and I used to say, Dino, you're fucking daft, mate. You're crazy. Like, you're smoking too much of that wacky backy. You're crazy. 10 years later, 15 years later, Dino was right. He was right, because even on BBC News and stuff, they're admitting that they do cloud seeding. So yeah, summer has been terrible in the UK. But what hasn't been terrible the last week has been crypto prices. Well, the past couple of weeks, we've seen a bit of an uptick again. So let's look at Bitcoin over the last 7 days. This is quite a cool feature that has been introduced on CoinMarketCap. So they attach news to the charts, which is game changing. That is game changing, and that'll prove to you that they time the news. It's all timed. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I'm going to work on some content around this, because usually you would just time it on X. So I would copy an X tweet and then post the X tweet on the chart. But now CoinMarketCap is basically doing that for you, which is pretty cool. This mouse isn't. There we go. So yeah, the price of Bitcoin over the last year, we all know what's happened over the past year, and currently over the past few months, since basically April, we've been going sideways, and I'll show it on a TradingView chart soon. But yeah, that was just to show you a kind of overview. And then Ethereum, we've got the big ETF launch. Let's go. What happens on the ETF launch? The price dumps. But if you do remember, the same thing happened with Bitcoin. Then after the ETF dropped, then the price slightly went up. Never set new all-time highs. Well, it did by a tiny margin. So let's see actually when the ETFs. So yeah, here we go. There was the Bitcoin ETF getting launched at 46k. What happened after that? We spent the next couple of weeks going down, all the way down to 39k. So yeah, ETF was dropped. Then we seen a crash in prices over the next, how long is that? Over the next month. Then what happened after that? Then we seen a price rally. So will the same happen with Ethereum? Possibly. So yeah, that is a kind of overview. Bitcoin 67.2k, Ethereum 3.2k, BNB $576, Solana $178, XRP 59 cents, which we're going to cover in this video, Dogecoin 12 cents, Turncoin $6.70, and Cardano at 41 cents. So that is the prices. Now, what happens next on Coffee and Crypto? We show some news articles, but as I said earlier, the news in summer has just dried up. I think the journalists that work on these news channels must take the summer off because there's nothing that happens. Or actually just saying that out loud, it's basically that Wall Street, who control the markets, they take summer off. So how they control the markets is they say, right, we're going to short Tesla, whatever it is. Then they'll build up these narratives, these news stories, and then they'll go to their buddies in their media companies, the media companies they own, and say, right, over the next couple of weeks, we're going to release all of these articles slating Tesla, saying it's on its way down, saying nothing's going to happen, saying they're going to get sued, saying they're losing money, saying the factory that they're working on isn't functioning properly. We'll do a smear campaign on Tesla while we short the price. So yeah, Wall Street use the news to control the price or to manipulate the price. So when Wall Street takes summer off, the news that we see is pointless. There's nothing. Here we go. First one was Nvidia supercomputer shows potential path to quantum computing. Amazing. What a fantastic crypto story. That's the hottest crypto story right now. Nvidia is making a quantum computer. That's I kind of rest my case with my thesis on news in summer when that is the hottest story of the day. Something that's nothing to do with crypto. But yeah, let's jump into this one. So Ethereum ETF sells off, signals more trouble, 10x research. According to Insights, the recent launch of Ethereum triggered a sell-off and revealed shifting market dynamics. The long-awaited spot Ether ETF, which brought optimism to the market, quickly led a sell-off and subsequent decline in the price of Ether. According to the latest research, this sell-off closely follows a familiar pattern seen by previous crypto ETF launches, including Bitcoin ETFs. Speaking with Cointelegraph, do you notice in these articles, this is why I struggle with doing Coffee and Crypto. I just notice all this stuff and then end up going off on a tangent. They constantly repeat stuff, and I know there's a thing in the kind of university space where you need to do a dissertation, and it's like there needs to be 5,000 words. So when people do the 5,000 words, they need to like repeat a lot of stuff or say a lot of stuff in longer form. And this is the way this seems like to fill out the article. They just continually repeat stuff, like repeat the full thing. It's quite annoying to read. So yeah, speaking to the Cointelegraph, he explained that many traders anticipated ETH ETFs would capture 20% of Bitcoin ETF inflows. However, they overlooked potential billion-dollar outflows from Grayscale and the tendency for exchange listings to trigger sell the news reactions, which we've seen. Additionally, the crypto market is entering a seasonally weak period, which is summer, which is, seasonally weak. Market reaction, so the approval of the ETF coincided with the first BTC distributions from Mt. Gox, which I'll cover again in this stream, fueling the fire as selling pressure grew in the market. According to the report, Grayscale's $9 billion ETH trust experienced significant outflows, hemorrhaging $481 million in one day. So on that, Grayscale's Ethereum trust experienced significant outflows. We've seen this with Bitcoin as well, and the reason for that is the fee structure on Grayscale's is way higher than all these new ETFs. So if I held $1 million in a Grayscale trust, and the rate per year, like the management fee per year was like, say, 3% for Grayscale, I could move to BlackRock for 1% or 0.5%. So when these new ETFs come out, people sell off their Grayscale ones and then move into a cheaper fund. So yeah, when you see Grayscale outflows, it just makes sense. People are moving to a different server, different service for cheaper management fees. In contrast to other ETF issuers such as Bitwise recorded 204 million in inflows in one day. So Grayscale seen outflows, which is because their fees are too high, and then Bitwise seen inflows. So basically people are moving from Grayscale into Bitwise. That's what's happening there. Although this suggested a mixed sentiment in the market, it's not a mixed sentiment because it's just people moving to a cheaper ETF. So it's not mixed sentiment. So although this suggests a mixed sentiment in the market, Pantera's apparent quick sell-off is its seed investment, which indicates a lack of confidence in sustained growth. Right, okay. The Ethereum ETF versus Bitcoin. The report expresses a bearish outlook on Ether, indicating that it is overbought the much anticipated ETF launch. So judging by the news, I'm actually getting more and more bullish on Ethereum with the kind of negative spins they're putting on all of this data. And then we've got, again here we've got, is Solana overtaking Ethereum? We've got Ethereum is struggling. So yeah, quite a lot of negative sentiment surrounding Ethereum when it just launched its first ETF, which is pretty massive news. But next on the list, what else have we got? We've got Bitcoin 2024. So politics takes centre stage in Nashville. Donald Trump is on the 27th of July, so Donald Trump will speak tomorrow, possibly. He said that he's going to speak there. If it happens or not, it just seems crazy that he would be there and they would speak. But if he does, that's amazing. All of the kind of Bitcoin maxis are there. Michael Saylor. Trump's going to be there, which is going to be crazy. But historically as well, the Bitcoin conference tends to lead in a crash in the price of Bitcoin. It's usually Bitcoin Miami, and the price just tanks after it. But we've actually got a few live viewers right now. How is everyone getting on? Do you want to see Coffee and Crypto make a return, a full-time return? What do you think? Go take a sip of this freezing cold coffee. Also as well, does anyone in the chat have any thesis or idea behind this? So I found this very petty. Elon, I've always been a big fan of Elon, but over the past, I would say, week, I've seen a lot of the stuff with the Israel president, and I'm kind of getting off Elon. And then this, so Elon Musk removes crypto emojis. leaving the community puzzled. So yeah, Bitcoin had its own kind of logo on X, but supposedly it's been removed. Yeah, I don't know why. Let's see if this article kind of reads into it. And when it says Elon removed it, Elon does have a big say, but it could be the X team have removed it. I don't know. So the crypto community quickly reacted to the news that the crypto emoji removals, with many advocates expressing sadness about the missing emojis. It's not really the end of the world, let's be honest. Some observers speculated that if Bitcoin emoji removals from X could negatively impact the Bitcoin price. That's crazy how it's true that something as kind of minor as that could affect the price of Bitcoin, but that's what happens when you're in a highly speculative, global 24/7 365 market. Any sort of small news story can spook the market, or it can cause people to front on it. So the reason it usually dumps is that people say, right, the Bitcoin logo's been removed. That means that everyone's going to panic and then they're going to sell the Bitcoin. So I'm going to sell my Bitcoin first. So it's a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy, and everyone's racing to sell first in the anticipation that everyone's going to sell on the news. So other coins like Crypto.com coin and BNB have also seen the hashtags deleted from X. To be honest, I think like BNB having its own logo as well, I was like, that's a bit much. Like, why should they have an emoji on X? I never really seen the thing behind that. And then Crypto.com had an emoji on X. Nah, I don't think that should be a thing, to be honest. But they've been deleted. So maybe they have been deleted because people are like, why have these random companies got emojis on X when other huge companies haven't got them? So here we go. So for your information, it wasn't just a Bitcoin hashtag emoji that was removed. Elon mentioned a while back that X is getting rid of all the hashtag emojis. It's not a conspiracy or a knock on Bitcoin. You can sleep easy. There we go. That solves that one. We've got Lewis in the chat. Always good to have content. Hard to commit sometimes with lives conflicting with work. However, yeah, I know it can be. But I suppose the good thing with Coffee and Crypto is people can watch them back whenever, or you can just kind of listen to them on your AirPods. That's what I done. When I was roofing, I would just stick a podcast in, stick YouTube on my earphones and get on with my work. So that is that. And then we've got does anyone see the 4 hour Head and Shoulders? We'll have a wee look at the chart in a minute. Next, we're going to jump on to CoinDesk. The presidential candidate RFK says he's fully committed to Bitcoin, and supposedly as well, he did say that most of his wealth is in the digital asset. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But again, it just shows that no matter what the news says, it doesn't mean the prices will pump. The prices only pump when they decide to pump the prices. And I had some tweets that I put out that was something along those lines as well. So all of this good news is proof that news means nothing. Ethereum ETF, Bitcoin ETF, Trump's making Bitcoin a reserve asset, Trump's vice president is a crypto bill, RFK has got all his money in Bitcoin, he's all his wealth in Bitcoin. News means nothing. The price has done nothing with all these positive news stories. Prices will pump when they decide to inject liquidity. That's it. That's the only time that prices will pump, is when they inject liquidity. Whoever they is, I don't know, you can decide on that one. Is they Wall Street? Yes. Is they who owns or operates or controls Wall Street? That's its own kind of conspiracy that you can go into. But yeah, the only time that prices will go up is when they inject liquidity. That is it. So yeah, let's finish up on the news. Is there any other news stories? No. Nah. There's nothing really. Well, we've got here Bitcoin outperforms the broader crypto market. So I'll show you this on the chart as well. We're seeing that the Bitcoin dominance is rising, but it is due to dump, hopefully, for all altcoin holders. So yeah, let's have a look. So here is the dominance of Bitcoin. So what this dominance chart shows is over time the market capitalization that Bitcoin has, and then during this big crash here, this is an altcoin rally. This is when XRP did tens of thousands of percent gains during this crash, and then this crash in here is the 2021 bull market, altcoin bull market in crypto. So this is a bull here, this is a bull here, and then what we're waiting on for the next bull is that. The only thing, and it's not the end of the world, is that over the past week we're seeing it slightly pump. But if we want to kind of use something else to indicate that, before we seen the bull run in 2021, this one here, we seen a big pump here as well. So yeah, are we here? That is what I'm looking at right now, and it's overdue as well, because yeah, we haven't seen a huge crash in Bitcoin dominance since the bull market of 2021. So yeah, that is one thing to pay attention to, is the Bitcoin dominance chart. And then everyone's favourite, we've got XRP, which is, the chart for XRP is ludicrous. It is absolutely ludicrous. We've got a 77 month bull pennant here, which is ludicrous. That's not to say we can't spend longer in here till October, which we all know what October is. October is Q4, which is when crypto sees its rallies is in Q4. But could XRP be the one that breaks out first in the market? It's looking that way right now. Like the price action at XRP has been leading the market over the past few weeks. It's been outperforming the rest of the market the past few weeks. It's exciting times. And I know that a lot of viewers of the channel hold XRP, and yeah, the wait is almost over, which is mad. We've got hearing liquidity is going to be injected about the open ceremony of the Olympics and alt season starts. Possibly. I don't know where those kind of rumours would originate from, but what I do know is that crypto is extremely cyclical, and it happens on specific dates, like the first of the month, then it'll just pump out of nowhere. Q4, the millisecond Q4 starts, pumps out of nowhere. So when you're saying there that it's going to be at the opening ceremony of the Olympics, I can believe that. That is something that I can definitely believe. I don't know if it's going to happen. I haven't even heard that being a thing, but I can believe it, because that is how the market goes. It's very to the day. So yeah, could be. Lynn's asking any plans on the date for the profit taking live. Yeah, so we're starting to finally see a bit more interest in crypto, a bit more people like reacting to our stuff, tuning into the live streams. So yeah, probably soon. Say maybe August, because yeah, August again. It's dependent on price action and our people in Discord, because it is going to be alive. So I don't want people missing it away on holiday, etc. And then quickly looking at X, so we've got here XRP is at major breakout territory, as we see here. Then we've got exhausting summer price action will be over soon. There is only 6 to 8 days until October. October is historically the greatest ever month for Bitcoin and crypto. Stay strong and stay patient. So yes, that is that. But that is all from me. Thanks very much for tuning in to this episode of Coffee and Crypto. If you enjoyed and you're watching this stream back, leave a comment down below and say, bring Coffee and Crypto back. We want to see more of them, or whatever. Let us know, because yeah, that is how we create content. Like if people want to see it, or if people are going to tune in, we'll make it. But we won't be making content for the good of our health and nobody's tuning in or no one's interested. So yeah, when I posted on X this morning saying if people want to see Coffee and Crypto, I'll do it. I wasn't expecting people to want it, but they did. So yeah, let us know if you enjoy these things, if you find them useful, so that we do more. But yeah, that is all from me. Thanks very much for tuning in. I'll see you very, very soon. Cheers.